guys, what's up? It is Monday the 25th, 26th, something like that. We're about to get some dinner started. I had full intentions of doing hibachi tonight. And then I realized that we are having a guy come over to hang some trim in our sunroom. And that's going to be kind of awkward with him out there and then me having to cook and record and do all the things. So I've changed it. And on the fly, I am going to do some pan-seared chicken breast. It's thawing out over here. I've pulled out some potatoes. These are the largest potatoes that we had in the potato bag. So we're going to do some baked potatoes. And for the vegetable, we're going to go with corn. Steven doesn't love it, but the girls do, so it's fine. And then I have this left over from our, whenever we did jambalaya the other night. And yeah, that's going to be dinner. I think it's still going to turn out fantastic. It's going to be delicious, and I'm pretty sure my family's going to love it. So, probably not going to talk to you a lot throughout this video because he will be right here outside the kitchen window working, and it's still kind of awkward. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get to cooking. Okay, thank you. Just a drizzle of salt. Potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6. And there's no more because I'm only making 6. So I ended up with about 9 of these little chicken cutlets that I'm going to season with my favorite seasoning. Just a little bit. I don't want it to be overpowering, or my Italian seasoning. I want it to be like an Italian pan-sear or an Italian seasoned chicken. Splash of garlic. And some onion powder. Woo. I will never buy this kind again. I give it a good mix just with my hands. Just went in for their first 30 minutes. Get these flipped over. And they'll go back in for another 30. A little olive oil on the bottom of my pan. Got my chicken. Drained corn. Half a stick of butter. That is about a half a stick of butter. I don't know exact measurements or anything. Salt. Pepper. Microwave for 2 minutes. I need some garlic butter for our bread. So, a little bit of salt, not much. Garlic powder. And some parsley for color. Dinner is served. All the butter has melted. Hey y'all, what's up? It is the 28th. It's Tuesday. I'm about to get some dinner started. Tonight we are doing hibachi on the Blackstone. I have some chicken thighs. I have some shrimp that's frozen. It's got to thaw out. I've got some frozen broccoli and frozen mixed veg for my rice. Personally, I like using the Roman noodles for lo mein, but my family doesn't like it. So I have got some water onto boil, and I'm gonna use spaghetti noodles. It'll work fine. It's just they're a little thicker than the Roman noodles. But I've got my water already on the boil. I'm going to get all of my sauces and everything together. I've got them all poured out. I need to get everything together. But with all of that being said, let's get to cooking. Okay, so slight change of plans. My Blackstone needs to be restored. I haven't used it in a few months since my surgery, and it's rusted pretty bad out there. So I'm gonna have to go through like the whole sanding situation. So I'm still doing hibachi just in my kitchen, not on the Blackstone.
Oh, it's...
I've just put my rice in, and I'm just going to stick some butter in there and get it kind of all mixed up, and then add in the veg. Pepper. Now I'm gonna add sesame oil. I don't know why we add sesame oil. That's just what the videos say to do. So sesame oil, soy sauce. This is a game changer. This is a Japanese barbecue sauce, the original. Whenever I started implementing this, I found this through a video on, just shove it everywhere, on TikTok from, I think it's like the Cades fan, Raising Cades. Her family, she does it. And I was like, okay, let me try it. And it's fan-freaking-tastic. And it actually makes your at-home hibachi tastes more like the restaurant. Onion powder. Mixed vegetables. These are already cut up. I'm just going to empty them into the pan like they are. Okay, so Steven called, so I didn't get a chance to show you, but I did put the egg in. Did you see it? There it is. Okay, the egg is in here. This is our veg so far. It's looking really good. Wash your chicken. Butter. Or just taste it to see. Ellie's giving a taste test of the chicken.
Wait. Huh, that's really hot. A little bit hot.
Okay, this is what the chicken is looking like. Pretty much done. And the noodles are done. I made a mess. Dinner's ready. It's not what we normally do for hibachi, but it's not bad for using a stovetop. So it can be done if you want it bad enough. Hey y'all, it is Thursday the 30th of October. I'm about to get some dinner started. I have already washed my pork chops. So we're gonna make a meal that my mom used to do a lot whenever I was younger. And it's really good. My family loves it. And I don't do it a whole lot. I think just because of like the prep work. But after you do the prep work and you just throw it in the oven, it's so like super easy. So you get your protein of choice. I am obviously going with pork, but you can also use chicken. I have got potatoes here that are on their last leg. Like they're already growing eyes and they're starting to get a little soft. So it's like I've got to use these potatoes up. I've got a half an onion, and I should have picked up a bell pepper today, but I totally spaced, forgot all about it. Basically what I'm gonna do is get everything all seasoned, cut up, all of that, and make little aluminum pouches. And so I don't really know what to call them other than like wraps, but it's not like a wrap in like a tortilla wrap. Anyways, it's really easy, and I hope I have enough aluminum foil for it because I'm kind of filling this right now. But it's so simple. Like I said, you just add your favorite seasonings, which mine is like salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and my regular steak seasoning that I like. Chop up your potatoes. Rule of thumb, a potato per little pouch. You're gonna throw in a bunch of butter and your onion, and like I said, I would normally do bell pepper, but I don't have any bell pepper right now. Also pulled out 2 cans of Bush's barbecue baked beans and a pound of hamburger meat. This was a last minute decision, that's why it's still completely frozen, which is fine because it's gonna take these like an hour to cook in the oven. Anyways, enough rambling, let's get to cooking. So let's go ahead and season with some onion powder, garlic powder, and I think next trip to Sam's, I'm gonna have to restock on these 2 for sure. Steak seasoning. Let me pop open this other side. And again, with this, I don't add salt. Keep that in mind. Mix with your hands. I probably should have taken my bracelets off. Potatoes cubed and washed. Add the same seasonings. Whoop. See how it clumps up? I will never get this kind again. The fine powder, don't like it. A little bit of garlic and some steak seasoning. Mix. Pork, handful of potatoes. Now I'm not sure how much butter this is. It's a couple of teaspoons, and we're just gonna put it right there in the center. And then start to fold up our little pouch. Roll up the ends. Make it as tight as possible so that it contains all of the butter and liquids. Don't like drain out everywhere. So it's a little pouch like this right here. Now you could throw these on the grill. We don't have a grill. So I'm just gonna cook them in the oven just like this. Wash, rinse, repeat. Okay, I've got them all finished. I was able to get 8 little pouches. I'm gonna keep them in this pan. Every time I try to cook them on like a flat pan surface, these always end up leaking, and then it gets in the bottom of my oven and it stinks so bad. It has that awful nasty burning smell. Anyways, my oven is heated up. I've got it set to 425, and I'll probably just throw them in for like an hour. It usually takes about the same amount of time to cook this as it does like a baked potato. So that's, I guess, a good reference to like go by. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the baked beans. Minced onion. Garlic, steak seasoning, meat masher. My meat is browned. 2 cans of beans. 1, 2. Now instead of mixing water in this, I'm gonna use some of my homemade vegetable broth to get the remainder of the can. And I just realized I've only got this much barbecue, so I hope it's gonna work and still taste good. Because it's literally gonna take all of this. Here's what it looks like after you mix in all of the barbecue sauce and everything. And it seems that I had plenty, so this will cook down. Bring it to a bowl, let it simmer, lower your heat a little bit. Fun fact for the parents, this is the only way that I can get my kids to eat beans without like sneaking them in. And that's also like the only way that I would eat beans as a kid was like this, barbecue baked beans. And here we go, dinner is served. Pork chops, potatoes, and the beans. There's only 2 plates out here because my kids are all asleep at 8 o'clock and I'm not waking them up. I may regret this later, but I guess we'll find out if that ever happens.